Welcome to Ask and Learn.
We have a wire with a radius of 1.25 millimeters and it carries a current of 3.7 amps. So for the first part of this problem, we need to find what the drift velocity is of the electrons. So you know that to find a current I in a wire, this is going to be equal to the cross-sectional area A times the number of electrons per meter squared times the charge of an electron times the drift velocity of the electron. So we're going to rearrange this equation and we're going to solve for this drift velocity. So that's going to be equal to the current I divided by N times Q times A. And since we're working with a circular area, we can rewrite A as pi r squared. So next, we can write the volume of 1 mole of copper as the mass of 1 mole of copper divided by the density of 1 mole of copper. And so from the periodic table, we can write this as 63.5 grams divided by 8.92 grams per centimeter cubed. And so then this is equal to 7.12 times 10 to the negative 6 meters cubed. Now to get the number of electrons per meter squared n, this is going to be equal to Avogadro's number divided by the volume V. And so we plug in Avogadro's number. So this is electrons per mole. And then divided by the volume that we calculated. And so this will give us 8.46 times 10 to the 28 electrons per meter cubed. So now I'm going to rewrite the equation for the drift velocity. So this was equal to the current I divided by N times Q times A, which in our case is pi r squared. So we now have all the terms that we need. So now we just substitute in the variables. So we plug in the current, plug in the electron density, we plug in the charge of an electron, and then pi r squared. And so this will give us a drift velocity of 5.57 times 10 to the negative 5 meters per second. So next we need to explain what will happen to the drift speed if there's a large number of conduction electrons per atom in the wire. So in this case, we're going to say that the velocity of the electrons will decrease. And this is because the number of collisions between the electrons in the wire will increase. Thus, the speed of an electron is going to decrease.